Right. So, as far as cybersecurity analysis is concerned, being analyst, we need to know about cybersecurity policies, like what are all the cybersecurity policies we have, right? So, because when we are interacting with stakeholders, when you try to understand the requirements from the stakeholders' perspective, we need to understand what are the different cybersecurity policies do we have. Either it can be a privacy policy or cloud policy, or it can be an information policy or a physical policy, data retention, access control, data protection, network policies, email, website, all that. So these are the different types of policies. So how these policies functions and how these policies works, like, okay, that I am going to discuss in the next week session about each and everything, privacy policy, cloud policy, all that. But in today, I'm going to discuss about what are the different key steps that are involving in key security policy implementation. When it comes to the what are the different steps do we have and all. When it comes to the key steps, especially to implement security policy implementation, either it can be of anything, either it can be privacy policy or cloud or email or website or network or something like. The first thing about we need to develop clear guidelines, because whatever the security policies we have, that we have to break down into a different actionable steps, which provides clear and as well as understandable guidelines, and make sure we must see like policies should be well defined and easy to follow for all the employees. This is one of the key area we need to see as far as the steps implementation is concerned under cybersecurity. Next, we need to communicate policies to all the stakeholders, ensuring that all the employees as well as the contractors and relevant third parties must aware about the updated security policies, so that it is easy for them to follow, right? So but this can be done through a training program, so we can conduct some training programs internally, at the same time providing some internal communication or awareness campaigns, and through this we can update. Next, we can provide some employee training even for the people, as in when right? So different cybersecurity training sessions will be conducted. That is also one of the key area. Next one about access control and as well as enforcements, because implementing the technical controls to enforce security policies, which involves configuring the systems that may require some multi-factor authentications like MFAs, or restricting access based on the rules, monitoring user behaviors, or enforcing strong password policies. Everything comes under access controls and enforcements. When it comes to the integration with existing systems, wherein we need to ensure security policies are integrated into all relevant systems and softwares, as well as the kind of platforms used by the organization. For instance, any access control policies should be enforced through an organizational identity access management systems, something like SailPoint, etc., as well as the kind of data encryption policies which should be applied to a data storage and communication channels, all that. Next, when it comes to the incident responses and monitoring is concerned, we must ensure whatever the policies that are related to incident responses as well as monitoring and reporting are implemented. And whatever the security teams that are to be tools or resources to detect responses or any kind of recover from security incidents, right? So using security information and event management tools, which are useful for us to monitor adherence, the potential violations, everything. Next, when it comes to the continuous monitoring and auditing, implementing this continuous monitoring to ensure the kind of policies are being followed and the security controls are effective. This could involve maybe auditing system logs or networking traffic and user actions to detect any policy violations or suspicious activities, everything. Last but not least, when it comes to the policy enforcements and as less consequences are concerned, wherein we need to establish enforcement mechanism for non-compliances and all, wherein we need to clearly communicate the consequences of violating policies and all, and also ensuring whatever the disciplinary actions are taken when necessary. This can include terminations or suspensions or corrective actions based on the severity of the violations, all that. Last but not least, of course, feedback and improvements. That is anyway, that's a common aspect one to be noted with. So these are the key steps being into analysis side when we are trying to implement cyber security policies. These are the major key uh, security policy implementation steps that are to be taken. So how this can be, and how this privacy policy or cloud information, so these can be implemented, so that we are going to discuss in the next week session.